Hi guys, welcome back to the DrCliffAuD vlog. This is vlog number 84, and I did not dress up again for you guys today. I apologize for that. I have a bunch of nice shirts in that closet right there that I could have put on, but it's about 10:15 on a Saturday night, so I didn't really feel like putting on anything nice. If you're okay with that, go ahead and hit the like button. That would kind of let me know if you're okay with me wearing just these little workout t-shirts during some of these vlog videos. These tend not to be as formal anyways. Nonetheless, I digress. Let's get into the point of today's video. I really just kind of want to talk about this aspect of us having a secret shopper come into my clinic. Now, to be fair, this secret shopper was actually hired by me, and it is the consultant that I hired to come into our clinic to identify where our deficiencies at and where our strengths are at to help us actually get better as a clinic. Now, if you remember me talking about this a couple of months back, I said that we were going to hire a business consultant to come in and kind of help us improve things. The whole goal of it here is that I just really want to have the best possible clinic that we can have, not just from a treatment standpoint, but from a patient experience standpoint. And this particular consultant that we hired works in a lot of different industries, and I really wanted that outside perspective, not just someone who is so, tunnel vision, hearing care world. I wanted someone who is a little bit more broad to kind of bring in these other industries, the expertise from these other industries, and bring it in to ours, which is the hearing care profession. But when it comes right down to it, we wanted to have this individual secret shop us initially to kind of give her a like behind the scenes, not really behind the scenes, but from a patient's perspective, like what are they experiencing when they come into the clinic? So everything from the calling to get some information, scheduling, coming in for a consultation and a hearing test, actually ordering hearing devices, going through a treatment process with hearing devices, and ultimately at the conclusion of all of that, come in and start consulting with our clinic. And I think that according to what she told me and Ashley, who's my wife and who also works at the clinic and owns the clinic, is that we're doing a lot of things really well. From a patient experience standpoint, from a treatment perspective, a lot of things are really good, but then there are things that need a lot of work, to be honest with you. And probably the thing that needs the most amount of work is the leadership that I'm providing to my staff. And, I used to take a lot of pride in this aspect of I served in the military, I was a scout sniper team leader, I was a team leader in security forces. I have leadership background, but at the same time, I never really, I don't know if I was ever actually a good leader, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I was good at the things that I did when I was in the military, but I'm not quite sure that leadership was one of them. And I think that leadership is something that I really need a lot more work on inside of the profession of audiology. I don't think that I'm a good leader in audiology. I think that I have a really big vision. I think that I have a really high standard. I think I have a really high attention to detail, but it is not necessarily something that I am able to lead my staff with. That requires a whole different skill set, and it's one that I think that I have the skill set. I just don't know how to use it, and I don't think that quite honestly that I'm committed to using it, and that's why I need someone else to come in and help me with that. But it's not just me, it's other aspects of the clinic too. From the patient experience side, like I said before, the front of the house, meaning the reception desk, the management of the clinic, all of that needs a lot of work, I think. And I think the consultant, I think that she's being nice and saying that we did a lot of things really well and that we just need to kind of refine things. I think it's going to be a much bigger overhaul than that when we actually get into the things that we have to do to make our clinic function better. And when I first started the clinic, I mean, it was just me in a little room, And my main focus was I'm just going to do the absolute best treatment of hearing loss as I possibly can. But we've been growing like crazy. I mean, to go from where we were starting in a single room just by myself in 2017 to now we actually own a clinic space and we have another provider, we have assistants, we have reception, we have management, we have director of operations. Like we have a whole, we have an extern right now, and we've just grown to the point where if you didn't have things locked down like really good initially, things are going to be messed up as you grow and grow and grow and grow. And that's kind of what we've identified here. And I've not been good at making sure that we all know how to achieve the vision I have of being, of attempting to be one of the best audiology clinics in the entire world. And I think we have a long ways to go. You know, I had a lot of really good experiences as a student when I was going through my audiology program and in my fourth year externship and really in my first year of working for somebody else. But I wouldn't say that I ever had like the perfect blueprint to follow to have an outstanding clinic. I just didn't have that. And, you know, I like the idea. Obviously, I want to have the outcome of having a really, really good clinic, not just a clinic that is like a successful clinic in terms of how much money it makes. I actually want to have a really good clinic in terms of how happy people are to be there, how good they are at hearing after we're done treating them or while we're treating them, because treatment never ends essentially. And I just didn't know like what the proper course of running a clinic should look like. And that's why we need help, because, you know, we've been doing a lot of things because we felt like it made sense, but not because it actually made sense. I mean, I don't know if the decisions that I've been making up to this point have been the decisions that have made the most sense. But that's why it's helpful to have kind of like an outside individual looking in that can easily identify, hey, that is not working as well as it should. You're not doing this the right way. When you do this from a body language perspective, it makes a patient feel this way. It's like things that you just don't even consider. Now, I mean, I've actually gone through training of body language. I've read a ton of books on about every aspect of a medical clinic or a dental clinic or an audiology clinic, you know, every piece of information you could ever want. It doesn't mean that you can actually execute on it or that you are actually executing on it the proper way. But I really think that this is where our consultant's going to help us. I think that she's going to give us like the roadmap that we can follow to make sure that we are following best practices, not just from a hearing loss treatment perspective, that's on me, but actually from the entire patient experience the whole way through our clinic. I also think it's going to lead to happier employees. I mean, like I said before, I don't think that I was a very good leader in my clinic. In fact, I still don't think I'm a very good leader inside of my clinic. I think I can inspire, you know, individuals, but I don't necessarily know if I can provide them the proper guidance to achieve what they want to get out of their experience when they're actually working at the clinic. So I think it'll be very interesting as we start to have more actually like office meetings with staff, and you know, we have goals that we're trying to hit as a clinic, and they might be non-traditional goals compared to a lot of clinics that are like heavily like revenue driven goals. I don't want all of our goals to be revenue driven. I think that revenue is a good marker for growth and a good marker for like, are people willing to actually come to your clinic and spend money with you? Are you giving them enough reason that they would want to spend money at your clinic? But I think that other markers will be very important as well, or key performance indicators will be really important as well to determine if we're actually providing a really valuable service to our community. Now, this consultant is not cheap. It's really expensive actually, but do I think it's going to be worth it? I do think it's going to be worth it. I mean, just the guidance that we received during the initial onboarding process where she was identifying what our wants are, identifying kind of how we function currently and how we structure things in the clinic currently. I think that just the little bit of feedback we received at that point was really valuable. So that's basically it. Right now, we are just in the very beginning phases of this. We haven't implemented anything really yet at this point, other than maybe a few little pointers that were introduced to us during this onboarding process. But over the course of this next year, we're going to have a very structured system that we're going to follow to make sure that we improve. So if you're actually a patient of mine watching this right now, I'd really be interested to get your feedback as we go through this. Like, what has your experience been with our clinic so far? And then, you know, in a year from now, or maybe not even a full year, I think that there's going to be huge strides made in the next 2 to 3 months inside of our clinic. But really, you know, our goal is to be in a much better position as a clinic a year from now than we are today. And I think that the money that we're going to invest in this consultant is going to be well worth it, because basically all it is it's me reinvesting in the clinic instead of me actually taking home more money. And I think that has the potential to greatly improve patient experience and treatment outcomes inside of my clinic, as opposed to just benefiting me. And besides, there is more and more competition out there, and there's no guarantee that in a year from now that we're even going to still be in business. Now, we probably will still be in business given the rate of growth that we've had over the past couple of years, but people have more options, and if they choose those options because they get more value out of those options, then that's not on them, that's on me, because we are not doing everything in our power to make the experience and the treatment outcomes the best they can possibly be. So I think that a consultant coming in from outside of the profession to give a fresh look on what we're actually doing is going to be extremely beneficial for our patients and for us as well, so we can all coexist and be happy at the same time. But that is it for this week's video, guys. If you have not yet hit the like button, go ahead and do that for me. It really helps out my channel. If you are not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you get a reminder every single time I post a new video. That being said, guys, I'll see you next week.